Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate Chocolate Designs. Say hello when you jump on, hit that heart button for me. Happy first day of June, everyone. Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. We just got the kids in bed. We are ready for them to start their last full week of school tomorrow, which is insane. If you ask me, I cannot believe that the school year is almost over. So you guys, I'm going to pull up a keyword for you right now. If you would, type that keyword in the comments, and then you are going to get a message from me with the supply list for all of the things that we're using tonight. If you see a red live button up here right now, you are catching me live. If not, you are catching the replay. Okay? All right, here we go. You guys, we're on. We're ready. We're not super loud. Sweet. The keyword for tonight is June, you guys, because we're doing our new June Club Couture kit. I'm going to show you guys all what this is all about. We're going to talk about it. Hi, Melinda. Hello, Leanne. Hi, Carlene and Anne. Hello, Creations by J&J from Florida. How are you doing? Hi, Florian and Kelly and Lorraine and Kimberly and Lisa Marie and Elizabeth and Melissa. Hi, Christine. Hi, Dottie. Hello, Jackie and Jan. Hello, Carol. Hello, J.A. Murray. Hello, Wanda K. Hello, Adele. How are you doing? Hello, Rebecca. Hi, Dottie. Oh my gosh, so many of my friends jumping on. Type June in the comments, you guys. Type June. And we're going to go ahead and show you guys what is in our June craft kit for this month. And you guys, I have an idea. I do not know if it's going to work. We're going to try it tonight because I have an idea. And I love it when I have an idea. And I love to just go with it and see what happens. Had a graduation open house for your grandson. Oh my, your free granddaughter today. How was that? A lot of fun. I had that. Hi, Margie. Hello, Bobby and Robin. Okay, you guys. So this right here is our Club Couture kit. This is a monthly subscription box where you get a craft subscription mailed right to your door every single month. It's $21.99 a month. US, $27.99 a month Canadian. And if you decide to enroll as a Perks member first, you're going to get 30% off of everything on my site all the time, including your Club Couture subscription. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. I apologize to anybody if I didn't say your name and say hello, but welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, you guys, so here's what it is. Hi, Linda. Well, welcome to my page. Hey, Deborah. Back on the road tomorrow. Oh, no. All right, you guys, so here it is. This is not the packaging that you're going to get. Yours is going to be much fancier than mine is. Mine doesn't come very fancy when I first get mine. So this is the Club Couture subscription. And every month you're going to get a new exclusive transfer that's just for that month. Hi, Stacy. This is the one for this month, and I'm so excited to do this with you. It's called Donut Dream. Donut Dream, and it's got a whole bunch of different kinds of donuts here. Wow, there's a lot to choose from. It looks like there's custard filled. There's, oh my, I don't even know, but they all look delicious to me. Every single one of them. Oh my goodness. And then you're also going to get 3 individual paste singles. This month, the colors are Peony, Currant Jam, and Bright White. And then to finish off this project, so Stacy, I get them quickly because, well, 2 reasons. As a designer, you can get them ahead of everybody else if you have enrolled a certain number of club members. And you can also order them ahead of time through our add-in program if you are a designer. Oh no, Terry! So I actually get 2 of them early because of the add-in program and because I have enough people who have joined me as club members to qualify for that. Thank you, Elizabeth. My mother-in-law bought it for me. All right, so last but not least, inside this package, you are also going to get 6 of these shapes. So these are actually donut magnets, and the back of it is magnetized. So you can use these on your fridge or anywhere that you want to, but they're super, super awesome. And I love that most of them are, well, that they are already brown. So they're like the color of a donut, right? like the actual donut before it's frosted. We're frosting our donuts tonight. Is what we're going to do, right? Now, you guys know. Thank you, Terry. Well, it is kind of because I'm awesome. Thank you, Stacy. Just got home, the ER spranger left for us. Oh, no. Gosh, I hope that heals soon for you. Oh. Okay, so you guys, I get these come and paste singles, but of course I have jars. So I'm going to actually put the singles aside and use these for other things. But if you're new to my page and you do decide to join Club, to use the singles, you're just going to knead it first because the color might separate a little bit inside the packaging. And then you want to flip it over to where your color is on the bottom. Push all of that paste that's on the inside toward the top of it. And then you're just going to cut the corner of this and then squeeze out what you need. And then when you've got enough to do your project, whatever's left in here, you're just going to roll up that part there. And you guys, you cut the bottom so you can still see what color is in there when you roll it. And then you just kind of put a clip or something on here and put it in a plastic baggie. And that right here is how you save the rest of the paste that's in your paste packet. Okay? Thank you for sprinkling. Make sure you take your kiddos out to see the Northern Lights today. Michigan is supposed to see them. I will go out there and look, but my kids are already in bed. They do have school tomorrow. I know. I know. They need sleep, though. They haven't had a whole lot of sleep this last couple of days. It's been pretty adventurous around here. So, all right, you guys. Here's the thing. I have an idea. I'm going to use my jars. I'm going to use this transfer for sure. Let's open up the transfer first and get that prepped. Okay, so these are reusable silkscreen transfers, which means that they can be washed and reused over and over and over again. The back is adhesive, but as soon as it dries from washing it, that stickiness comes right back. Oh, Stacy's going to be a Nana for the first time this month. Oh, how exciting. A little boy or a little girl? Okay, I'm just using my transfer trimmers or any scissors that you've got. And where there's lines between my donuts, those are your guidelines for cutting. So I'm just opening up my transfer trimmers and I'm scoring on that line. And you can hear how it cuts that silk screen. I actually just thought of something else that I want to take my kids to do this summer, and I got to find out more about it. They have a Motor City around here. Motor City Speedway, I think is what it's called, where they do figure eights with school buses. And I think my kids are old enough now that they would really enjoy going. So I need to look into when that is. They usually do it twice a year. I never do get my edges very well. So I'm going to go back around it one last time and just make sure that all those edges are cut right up to the end. Okay. Aren't they so cute? His name will be Weston. Oh, how exciting. Yay for you. Okay, so we need to pick out 6 of these. And honest to goodness, you guys, I don't think it's really going to matter too much to me in the way that I want to do this. But let's see. Actually, my idea might not work. We're going to find out together. All right. So some of these, as you can see in the middle, has got like the hole is covered. Oh, thank you. Lance is knocked out. He had a busy day. First, him and his Mimi. I missed it. I missed it. The comment went away. All right, here we go. We're going to give this a good fuzz. Doesn't have to have a ton of fuzz, though, because these particular surfaces are fairly porous. So the more porous your surface, the less you need to fuzz it. You guys, I actually don't think that my idea is going to work with this. We'll do it with 2 of them and just see what happens. And we'll do the other ones just regular. All right. I'm going to grab all 3 of my colors. But I do have an idea that I want to try out tonight. So I've got my peony. I've got my bright white. Whew. And I've got my currant jam that needs to be stirred because it just kind of separated in the color a little bit. So we'll just kind of stir that back in. make that good to go. And your paste should look just like this when you're using it, where it's creamy dreamy. And you guys, this is the perfect consistency, okay? If it's any thicker than this, give it a little spritz of some distilled water and a stir. Okay, here we go. You guys, let's go ahead and grab out some squeegees here. And I think that for the first couple of them, we're going to do this really early, or really easy for a couple of them. And then we're going to do one a little harder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do what's called the hot mess technique with this one. Gosh, that's like right in your way, isn't it? The hot mess technique with this first one. And what we do for a hot mess is we just grab our stir sticks. We've got a little bit in each jar, and I'm just going to pick up some on my stir stick. And by the way, you guys, these right here are in the cart link because they're seriously, seriously cheap as part of our sale that's going on right now. And I'm just going to kind of, you guys, go in little, I'm actually just making like little stir stick lines all the way around my donuts. Well, hello, Christina. How have you been? And then I'm going to do the same thing in white and go in between them. Going all the way around. Thank you. And then I'm going to take some of my peony and I'm going to do the same thing with this. Okay, so this is what we call hot mess. I'm doing great, girlfriend. How is your summer going so far? So right now I'm just trying to find some areas where I don't have any paste yet. All right. Hi, Mary. And then we're just going to take a squeegee. I'm actually going to use a bigger squeegee tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in an S pattern like this. And we want to swirl those colors around, but we're not trying to mix them. Okay, so this is hot mess. You're getting hungry? Me too, girl. We might have to stop for donuts tomorrow. So you want to cover it, but you don't want to mix your colors together. And then once you've got that done, we're just going to take our extra paste, wipe it off on a napkin, and then go back over it one last time to get all your excess off. All right, here we go. Hi, Jennifer. So here is our first donut. Oh, you guys, that looks really cool. Just like that. We've got a gorgeous donut with all the colors on there, all the swirls and all the things. And I think that that looks so stinking cute. It's like it's just been glazed, iced over. Oh my gosh. So cute. We're still going to do something with that. Because I have an idea. I have several ideas tonight. Hi, Lena. I miss you too, girl. Where you been? Okay. I'm going to lay this down on a towel and just spray it with some water. Thank you, Terry. So that that paste is not dry in the silk screen while I move on to the next one. Why is he not in bed? Is school already done? You're hoping your transfers get there tomorrow. Yay! Hot Mess Express donut. It kind of explains my life lately. You guys. No, I'm actually getting my crap together again. Things are starting to be better. All right, let's choose our next donut. And I think for this next one, what I want to do is, let's paint the donut. Let's paint the donut first. So to paint the donut, oh my gosh, Carol, I know that feeling. You got done with school on Friday? That was really, really fast. What? All right, so I'm just going to use the lid. It's got a little bit of of some white right in my lid. So I'm going to add some distilled water right to my lid and grab a sponge brush. These are probably the easiest to do this with. And just kind of mix that water in to make it more of a paint consistency than a paste consistency. And we're just going to go around. Y'all, I feel like I need this. I need my paper to keep my area clean. You need to make a coffee donut bar sign. That would be awesome. And I'm just going to take my little brush here. And I'm kind of patting it on there and rubbing it at the same time, just so that I don't have as many of the little brush marks. But we're going to make this one white on the bottom with frosting on top of it. We'll give that a little dry there. Hi, Vicky. Now, because we painted this, we're going to need to put surface wax over top of it to protect this paste from pulling up with the adhesive on our transfers. Oh, you guys, I like how that looks a lot since I kind of patted it down. Gave it a little bit of texture. The kids have been out Thursday before Memorial Day weekend. I think that's it. What? Our kids never get out before June. Oh. Evan's field trip is on Tuesday, you guys. So I got to go to the zoo on Tuesday after everything I've been doing lately. Oh, I've got a birthday party this coming weekend and a barbecue the weekend after that and a wedding the weekend after that and ChalkCon the weekend after that. And this is summer. That's what summer's all about. It's insane. But I love it. All right, so we're going to grab some surface wax on our little waxing pad here and just add a little bit of it to this donut. Now, you guys, what color should we do? Should we do the pink or should we do the currant jam? Hi, Janet. Has been a while. School got out 2 weeks ago there. Oh my gosh. Oh, the snow stuff. I didn't even think about snow text. I was thinking about something else, and we're going to do that. The something else. But we're going to do it in just a little bit on a couple of these that I'm not going to use a transfer on. Okay, so since I painted this one, I think I want to use one of the ones where you can actually see the background a little bit more. So let's go ahead and go with, with this one. Kids got May 22nd. Oh my gosh. Will we see you in July or just be pressed up? You'll still see me. I'm going to try to keep to my schedule as much as I possibly can. Just like as soon as I feel like I got a day off, then somebody plans something. That's just how it goes. That's how it always goes. Done with school on this past Friday. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's so early. So early. So I did fuzz this a little bit over there. We're just going to lay this down on top of that white top donut. And let's do this one in currant jam. I love currant jam. I think it's a great color. Just by itself. And we'll see how it looks to have one that's painted with currant jam on the top of it. So just gliding that paste right across the silkscreen. Not putting pressure on it, just letting it fall in there and then squeegeeing off the excess. All right, let's check this one out. Hi, Linda. You're a little bit late. That's okay. I started to pull it up already. Can't get a hold of it. All right, here we go, you guys. Granddaughter is going to the Saginaw Zoo this week. Girl, if she was going to the Detroit Zoo, we'd be in the same place. All right, here it is. Oh, I like that one a lot. What do you guys think? Oh, that one's super cute. I like the white and currant jam. I really like the white and currant jam. And of course, when you dry that paste, my kids are done with school on Wednesday next week. Kids are going to Nova Scotia, Canada. Oh my gosh. Thank you. They're all going to look a little different. Every one of them is going to look a little bit different tonight. All right, there we go. There we go. Me too. Currant jam's a beautiful color. All right, I want to do these two right here in a different way. Oh my gosh, Carol, how awesome. Congratulations. I swear I can only get points like 25 at a time. And I didn't even leave my house today. I don't go out very much. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do for the next one? Let's go with one of the ones that looks like it's got a lot of frosting on it, just like this one. The schools were done just before Memorial Day. I wish. When do they go back, though? Because my kids, it's like the last weekend in August. My friends' kids, they go back like the second week in August. All right, so this one right here has a lot of silkscreen in there, which means that we're going to get a lot of paste that goes through to cover this transfer. Now, this one right here actually looks like it's supposed to be one of the ones that goes on the solid one, but it doesn't have to. They're not coasters. They are just, they're magnets. So we'll show you what to do with them in just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Carol, go to the home page and look for things that I want to buy that are going to give me points. So during Memorial Day, the last weekend, and the last, they gave double points and everything, and I got 2 people to sign up. So holy cow, girl. Kids don't get out until the 18th. Kids go back the first week in August. Yeah, you guys, our kids go back like the 28th of August. So they get all of August. And I kind of like that they get all of August. All right, let's try this one and see how this one turns out. Hi, Tina. I'm doing good. We're going to do this one right here in the peony color. So these projects, when you get these ones in, the Club Couture ones are usually pretty straightforward, very, very easy projects that anybody could do. You could even sit down with your kids or your grandkids and just have fun doing this stuff together. Or if you sign up and all your girlfriends sign up, then you guys could have a craft night together and everybody's got the same project you could work on. Really fun. You go back July 16th. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even imagine. Our summer's like just getting started July 16th, I feel like. Hi, Sharon. All right, so this one right here is all peony. I'm missing a spot there. And I just avoided that center area as much as I could since I didn't use the one that was solid. August 9th or 10th, that's too early. Oh, you guys, I like that one a lot. Look at that pink one. How cute is that? Loving these donuts. Loving these donuts. All right, I'm going to do one more, but this one right here. We're going to paint it in currant jam. We're going to paint it. Let's paint it with pink. Ooh, decisions, decisions, decisions. We're going to paint with currant jam. You hope they sell the donuts separately? I doubt that they will. I don't think that they will. They don't usually sell them separately. All right, let's try some currant jam here. Now, I really don't have any in my cap for currant jam. Hi, Connie. So I'm just going to take what's on my squeegee here real quick and add some water to that. Maybe add a little bit more in there. Add some water to that. Distilled water only. Ooh, that is a lot of water, but let's just kind of see what happens with it. School starts back up August 7th. That just seems crazy. That's too soon. Okay, this was really, really watered down. But it's okay. We'll just sponge off the extra and dab it. When you were in Germany, you went year-round? Oh my gosh. You have to make extra donuts? Yeah, you can absolutely buy the magnetic sheets and just cut them out. For sure. For sure. So this one right here actually looks more like it's dyed than painted. It is, Stacy. I think this one's super cute. I agree. This one's really fun. Your kids are going back the last few days of August. Me too, Carol Allen. Me too. And I like that they go back, like, it's usually right after my birthday. So I get to celebrate my birthday with my kids. And it's like our last big hoorah before they go back to school. Which I think is really cool. And since neither one of them have a summer birthday, we kind of celebrate my birthday in the summer a little bit. Sometimes. All right, a little bit of surface wax on there because I did paint this. Oh my gosh, Stacy, you got censored, girl. Where do you live, Stacy? So that makes a big difference. I'm going to unhide that. That does make a big difference when you live in a place where it's really warm. I'm in Michigan, so our kids, like, yeah, it's just cold here all the time. All right, I'm going to go for this one right here. That has a lot more of this, the teal part in there and a little less of the other colors, okay? And we're going to do this one in pink. And granddaughter lives in Indiana. She goes back the end. Oh my gosh! That's too early. Why am I getting out another squeegee from pink? All right, here we go. And then the last two, we're actually going to do a different way that I think is going to be pretty darn cool. We're not going to use a transfer on it. We're going to ice them. We're going to ice them, but I think we're going to try a different way than what you guys might think, okay? We're just going to see what happens. That donut looks like red velvet. It does kind of, doesn't it? All right, let's check out this last one. I think this one's my favorite. I think that one's my favorite. Yep, that one's my favorite. So far, that one's my favorite. Okay. What do you guys think? Yep, looks awesome, doesn't it? So I've got 4 of them there right now. Now what we're going to do is actually, I have an idea. I have an idea, and I'm going to experiment with this idea just to see how it works out. Only in school one. Oh, darn it. Even when I was in school one time for my birthday. Even when I worked, that was the only time I was in school for my birthday. That was after the school went and modified the school year for snow days. Yep. You like the painted ones? Me too. I do like the painted ones. But I like that we did one painted, one or 2 painted, 2 not painted. So it looks more like a set that way. Okay, here we go, you guys. Here's my idea. So let's go ahead and grab out a color tray for each color. I've already got one right here that's got the currant jam in it. We're going to grab one for white. Oh, thank you, Carol. I'll let you know when it comes in. I'm going to grab one for currant jam, one for white, and one for the peony. Now, you don't need a whole lot, I don't think. Like I said, we're experimenting right now just to see what's going to happen. Thank you, Melissa. Then we can grab some white and some peony. And I know I only have 2 donuts here, so we're just going to kind of see what happens with this. I don't know. All right, you guys, I want these to look like they are kind of frosted and glazed. And I actually have some sprinkles over here that we're going to put on them as well. No, we're not. You guys, my sprinkles have blues and everything in there too. It's going to look funny as a set if I put those sprinkles on there. Hold on. Hold on. I have a ton of Christmas sprinkles. But I also have this like glass stuff that we could try to put on there. And I think this might look kind of cool as a sprinkler on here. I'm not puffing them. No, Brenda, I'm not puffing them. Ah! But I do need to open this up because if I'm going to use this stuff here, thank you, Lynn, then I got to do it while it's still wet. Watch me never get this thing open though, because that's my luck. Let's see. Oh, I need a razor blade. Well, hi, Kathy. That'll do the trick. Let's keep the cork. These were from Christmas time, y'all, and I got them at Joann. You'll probably never see them again. I do have tons and tons and tons of glitter. I sure do. But let's check this out, you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix paste tonight with our gator hide. Gator hide is a sealer, but it's very glossy looking. It's very glossy looking. So what I want to see is if I can mix paste and gator hide to tint the gator hide and make it look like it's been glossed. I've never tried this before. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I think it'll make them look glazed. That's the word I'm looking for. Hi, Joy. I want to see if I can paint them to make them look like they have been glazed. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck, because I don't know. This is what I do. I just try it out. All right, here we go. Let's mix the color with that gator hide. Oh, I do think that it's definitely looking a lot more glazed than if I were to just add water to this. Let's add a little bit more. Do you guys think it'll work? Because look at this stuff. It looks like it's glazed, doesn't it? It looks like donut glaze. And I think it's going to give it a really nice shine. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing now. Because why not experiment? Just try it out. All right, so let's mix some peony with the gator hide. See what happens there. Definitely tints the gator hide. Oh, I think I need more. It's really dark. What's dark, Carol? Oh, that definitely looks glossy. Definitely looks glossy. I think it's going to work. Gator hide is usually used as a sealer, but you really need to let your paste dry for a couple of days before you use gator hide if you're going to use that to seal things. Because it can, if your paste isn't completely dry, it can reactivate your paste and make it spread. So, oh, let's see what happens. A little more. Oh, I use the gator hide stick to stir my white. The glaze is dark. All right, I definitely want to make sure that my surface is nice and covered here for this one. You're welcome. All right, and now we have our frosting. You guys, what looks to me like it's frosting, actual frosting. So let's frost our donuts, okay? I'm gonna paint on some of the pink frosting. Ooh, maybe a regular paintbrush is not the way to go. After you've added gator hide, y'all. Let's see if I can use something different. No, the gator hide is not on sale. I just thought it would make it look a little more glossy. A little bit more like it's an actual frosted donut. I'm determined to make the paintbrush work. I think it's going to work. Oh, the word for today is June. 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 Type June in the comments. Use a pouncer. I want to see what happens when it dries and if it actually made it more glossy or not. Because I was hopeful, but I don't know. Like I said, we're experimenting tonight. I think I do want to use a pouncer. I'm just not loving how that looks with the paintbrush strokes on there. But I also don't know what keeps happening to all my pouncers. This one's kind of big. But it works so much better than a paintbrush. It really, really works so much better than a paintbrush. The gator hide does dry pretty quickly. Yes. Especially when you're blow drying it. So I don't think that it made very much difference having the gator hide on there just to paint it. Honestly. It doesn't look like it's any more glossy than the ones that we painted before. But this is what I wanted to do. We're going to see. We're going to see. Here we go. Ready? You guys. I want to take my little spatula here. And what we're going to do is drizzle our donuts. Look at that! Ooh, that was a big, big, big bunch. Let's drizzle our donuts. Look how cool that looks, you guys. With some different colors. It dripped first. I don't want to drip. I want to drizzle. And just add, you can buy spray sealer that gives it a glass effect. If you put resin on top of it, you absolutely could. Yes, absolutely. You can use a spray polyurethane outside. Absolutely. That's usually how I do most of my projects. When I seal them, I take them outside and spray them all with a spray sealer. Oh, come on. I thought I had a good line going on there. But instead I just dripped onto the table. The question is what's going to happen when I dry this. But I think it looks really cool. Yes! All right, it might just blow it all over the place. And if it does, that'll be cool too, even though I like how it looks drizzled like it is. And I'm going to end up with my dryer cord and everything. So let's just see. Now this might take a minute to dry. You could also use puffy paint, y'all. And I do have some puffy paint, but I wanted to see if this would work in a similar fashion. And hopefully it doesn't just glue it to my table. We'll see. Love this right here though, because this particular dryer is not forcing it to go all over the place. Hi, Sandy. Okay, it's bubbling though. It's getting too hot and it's bubbling. So we might have to let this one kind of air dry. Oh my gosh, I'm getting paint all over my cord. We might have to let this one air dry a bit, but look at how cool that looks. With it drizzled, the drizzly donut. Isn't that awesome? Oh, now I think that one might be my favorite. I don't know what I like the most. I don't know what I like the most. We're going to let it go, Carol. I definitely need to back up the heat, but it's so thick that it also needs to just air dry overnight, I think. Cute, right? All right, let's do another one. We're going to add some sprinkles to it. So for this one right here, I'm going to do the same thing with this stuff. But I think that we're going to hot mess express with actually, you know what I'm going to do? I have another idea. Let's do a Dippin' Donut. What say you, Laura? A Dippin' Donut? Huh? What's a Dippin' Donut? Well, I will show you what a Dippin' Donut is. I will show you what a Dippin' Donut is. Because I just made it up in my head. So you'll never have seen this before. We're going to do a Dippin' Donut. You want a chocolate one? Ooh, a chocolate one would be good. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the rest of all of my paste. Put it just on a piece of paper. We're going to spread that out. I hope I didn't just get it on my new shirt. It's a good way to get rid of some of this paste too that you're not going to use. Kind of spread it out wherever it wants to go. And where's the rest of my white? Right there. It's a hurt donut. Let's do this. I'm going to drizzle this right through those other two colors. It probably won't work though, the way that I'm thinking. Okay, let's try it, you guys. I'm going to take my donut, and what I'm going to do to make this even easier on myself, I have a whole stack of magnets here, and since this is magnetic, look at that, you guys. Now my fingers for sure will not get dirty because it's magnetic, and I can just use a stack of magnets to do this. Let's do it. We're just going to stamp it down, pressing until it gushes out on all ends. Come on, stack of magnets. They're not strong enough. Ooh, I missed a spot, but it looks super cool. Look at that one. Let's go ahead. I think that this is cool. It's a dipped donut, you guys. It's a dipped donut. I'm going to go ahead and put this one back upright and add my sprinkles to this one, those glass sprinkles. Oh, you guys, it's doing something. Like the colors are marbleizing together. That's pretty cool. And this is going to look like sugar on top of our little sprinkle. Yes, it does look like tie-dyed. Of our little sugar, of our little sprinkle donut here. Our marbleized donut. Looks like it has been sugared. Sugared. I'll never get this all back in there. Never. Never, never, never. Okay, I'm done trying. That little bit's not going to break me. All right, let's try to dry it and see what happens. My belly felt wet. I hope I didn't get it on. Jelly filled and the jelly's running out. Yeah, I love that idea. I think it looks cool with all the rest of them, though. Would you guys try that technique? It almost looks more like a cookie than it does a donut. If I would have used the middle, when the one with the middle was cut out, it probably wouldn't have, but I don't care. I like how it looks. I think it looks cool. Oh yeah, baby. I wouldn't even be mad if these little sugar crystals started to melt a little bit, because I think that would just add even more, but they're not going to. Need a donut with a bite out of it. Some of them do have bites out of them on the transfer. I just didn't choose to use one of the ones that had a bite out of it. All right, you guys, there's that last one. What do you think of that? Kind of cool? Kind of cool? I think it looks pretty cool. I think it goes great with the rest of our little stack there of our donut magnets. You guys, don't be afraid to just play around with your stuff, though, and just kind of experiment and see what you can make happen. Because that's how you come up with either really good ideas or really bad ones that you don't ever want to do again. I do like how mine turned out. I think they're awesome. I think they're very, very, very awesome. What a mess I've got going on here right now. I'm going to close up my jars. And then, you guys, I've actually got one of my frames out here but it's dirty. So we're going to wash it off real quick just so we can put our donuts on there. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you, everybody. I'm such a mess. Such a mess. Okay, so this particular, it looks rough to eat. It does look a little rough to eat, doesn't it? That's all right. All right, so you guys, this frame right here, I'm ashamed to even show you guys what's still on here because it's been a minute since I used this one because I've got 2 of them and the other one's downstairs. And I didn't go down there to get it, but we're going to remove this from Christmas and use this board for our, and you guys, we need to remove it anyway because it's upside down. It's upside down. So here's what we're going to do. In order to remove this, we're just going to add some water. That bottle is not working properly. Any water to the top of a magnetic frame. This is an 8-inch, so it's reusable. Oh, I'm glad those didn't spill. It's reusable. And it's magnetic, which is really, really cool. So we're just going to get it a little bit wet and we can scrape all this paste off of here. Why does it feel like, does this come off? Oh, it does. I could just remove that entire piece, but I'm not going to for some reason. You can take the whole center part right out of here if you want to. And it'd probably make it easier. But we're just going to scrape off all this paste that's been on here since Christmas, you guys, which means it's been on here for a long time. And can come off now. Been on here for a really long time. Is the donut special of the day? So the donut transfer and the little donut pieces, the project that we did tonight, is not a special of the day. It's part of our Club Couture subscription. So every single month, all of the club members who subscribe to Club will get a new kit with a craft that comes with a transfer, a surface, and at least 1 paste single, up to 3 paste singles or ink singles mailed right to your door every single month. And this is the one for the craft subscription for this month. And it's only available in the month of June. You can't just purchase it. You have to be a subscriber to get it. So it's exclusive to club members. And after this month, it will go away and it will not come back. I know, but I can always do it again. That might be why I left it on here for so long. I thought it was cute too. But this gingerbread was actually a club one from a long time ago. You can't get this transfer anymore. So I'll be able to put something else cute on it. All right. So we just spray it with some water. We're removing all of that paste. For those of you who have never seen a reusable surface changed out before. And you can see, you can definitely still see all of that design that's still on there. So what we do is we grab some more water, we spray it down. Now we've got the thick of it off of there. And then use our board eraser, which is used for cleaning our transfers. And we're going to clean our surface with our board eraser. And that's going to remove that shadowing that you have on there from that little bit of paste from before. I agree. I hope that they provide extra donuts too, but there's no guarantee. And usually they don't. So I just don't know what's going to happen. All right, so you might still see a little bit of the shadowing even after you've used your board eraser. Once you get it nice and dry, that should disappear, okay? Like I can still see those snowflakes on there right now. But as I keep wiping and get all of that water off of there, they disappear. And it goes back to looking like it is brand new all over again. Okay? Where you don't see that anything was ever on there before. It looks like a brand new surface. Other than a little bit of dust. It's so stinking cute. All right, now that's the top of it. Like I said, this is magnetic. You're right, Teresa. The chockable chips might work for extra donuts. You are right about that. I can actually check that if you want to. Look at this, you guys. Oh, you're welcome, Holly. And those are going to stick right on there. You could put a phrase on here. You could just move your... Oh, those are really sticky, too. You can move your donuts around. You can use these to add little sticky notes and things on there. So stinking cute. What do you guys think? Do you love this club? I do. I love the donuts. I love how my donuts turned out. I want to make more too because they are super cute. Let's check the chockable chips and see, because I believe that those are on sale right now on the site. So actually, you guys, I've got some in here. You're right. You're welcome, Ruth. Let's set this back here. They're going to be a little bit bigger. But look, you guys, I've got one right here. We can remove that design that's on there. I just use this for demonstration purposes. I didn't spray it down first, but I've got more. All right, this one's already a clean one. You're right, Holly. It's a great frame, but it is a little bit more on the pricey side. All right, let's try one more donut, you guys, but this time on a chockable chip instead of on the ones that it came with, okay? Just to see, so you guys can get a size difference to just see what the difference is. I'll place it right in the center. And let's use the pink again, just to see. Just to see. So that you guys know how much bigger the chockable chip is than the little donut pieces. But you could always grab the magnetic sheets if you want and then just cut them out. And the magnetic sheets, I believe, are also on sale right now. Hi, Tammy. Okay, you guys, here it is on a chockable chip. It's bigger. It's significantly bigger, but it still turns out cute. So if you look at the difference in size, you can see the difference. There's quite a large difference between the chockable chips and the donut cutouts. I would say these are probably 2-inch and these are 3-inch. That's my guess. That big of a difference. But that's just to show you guys the size comparison with the chockable shapes. Or the chockable chips. It still works. It still works! Yes, it's bigger, but it is definitely still cute. For sure. For sure. All right, you guys. That's it for tonight. You guys, type in the word June. Grab the supply list for tonight. Check out these donuts. Join my club, because you're going to love this stuff. And y'all, there's so much greatness to being a club member. I do offer quite a bit of stuff in my VIP group that I can't talk about on this page because it's all private, because it's personal promotions that I do for my club members. So if you're not in my VIP group yet, please join that as well and check out all the things that I do for all my clubbies. And that's it for me for tonight. The chocolate chips are not magnetic, but you can purchase magnets on my site. I'll be honest, the magnets on my site are not as good as the ones that you get at Dollar Tree. These ones are at the Dollar, they're the ones from the Dollar Tree, and you just glue it right to the back. Works just fine, and I love those. But these are not magnetic, no. All right, y'all, that's it for me for tonight. I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow. Love you all so much. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.